What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for another recap and review of House of the Dragon. This is season 2, episode 4, The Red Dragon and the Gold. I know I said I was not going to do a recap of this week's episode, but I had so many people on IG in my DMs saying that they can't wait to hear what I got to say, that I feel like I owe it to you guys to do a doggone recap. Excuse me, I am not in the best health right now. I can't move my neck like I'm supposed to. And I go back to work tomorrow, y'all. For the first time since I had my accidents back in March. I go back to work and I can't move my fucking neck. It's swole, it's child, whatever. Anywho, when I first read the title, I was like, okay, what the hell did Aemon do now? That was my first doggone thought. I was like, he got the red dragon, right? But I couldn't picture the gold dragon at all. So I assume they was talking about real gold, especially since we know that the master of coins is the Lannisters, and in the recap they brought up, or they showed the Lannisters a little bit. So I was thinking, well, maybe we're gonna have more of the Lannisters in this episode. And then I said, no wait, Rhaenys has the gold dragon. So I'm thinking, okay, Aemon, who is embarrassed as shit by his brother and probably want to seek a little vengeance against him, got a point to prove, and Rhaenys, who's still trying to kumbaya fucking ya, they gonna go at it. That's my second thought. My first thought was the real gold. He don't care that she is auntie. He didn't give a damn about his nephew, so he damn sure didn't give a fuck about his auntie, right? So we open up this episode and Daemon is entering the throne room. Now, since he's been over at Harrenhal, we know that he ain't been in his right doggone mind. So he's in the throne room and he's again with young Rhaenyra. She's on the throne speaking to him in High Valyrian, but for some reason he can't understand it. Now I know doggone well Daemon know how to speak High Valyrian. I was like, what's going on here? So we knew that this was in his mind. Again, this wasn't a flashback, nothing like this. This was in his mind. Because of course, unless y'all was confused, High Valyrian is their mother tongue. Okay, Daenerys had said it in the House of the Dragon. You know, the Unsullied, that's the language that they understood. That was their mother tongue. So High Valyrian is not uncommon. So Daemon should have been able to fully understand it. So if you were at this point still didn't understand why Daemon couldn't understand her, this should have made you realize that it's all just a dream, right? I kept wondering, why the heck does Daemon keep visualizing Rhaenyra in her youth? Or are they really trying to sell this, that he is feeling guilty about, stealing her youth from her, stealing her doggone innocence? But it made it seem, just from other scenes that happened in this particular episode, basically Daemon was facing down all his demons. That's pretty much what was going on in his house. The walls of this house, we learned, are cursed, and they make you see things that you probably pushed aside or pretended didn't matter. Okay, and seeing Rhaenyra still in her youth, he knows for a fact that he stole her fucking innocence. You know, he was a pervert, he was a predator. And I know I see a lot of people when we were watching the original Game of Thrones talking about, well, this is how it was in this time. They all slept with each other. They slept with their cousins, their aunties, their sisters, their brothers. It didn't matter. That was the norm in this day. It never was the norm ever, which is why these people kept a lot of it a secret. Okay, this hookup with marrying the sister and the brother to keep the house strong, they tried to make it seem like that was a normal thing to do. But remember when Corlys was trying to set Corlys up with Viserys up with Corlys's daughter, he was like, she a damn child. This was not something that was smiled upon. Now they hooked the children up with children, and the brothers married the sisters, and stuff like that. But it still wasn't something that was smiled upon, which is why it was such a tainted idea in the Game of Thrones when Cersei and what was her brother name? The Kingslayer, Jaime, hooked up. Okay, in addition to the kids not really being rightful heirs to the throne, that type of stuff right there as well. You haven't, unless you are married in the eyes of the realm, then those kids are not rightful heirs. Okay, so anywho, in this dream, we all know that he was very jealous of Rhaenyra. He been jealous of her. As soon as she said that you have been hell bent on destroying me, all because your brother loved me more than you, he cut her fucking head off. Off with your head. You know what I'm saying? We know that Daemon was vying for Viserys' love and respect, and he gave it more to his daughter. And then, of course, in this day and age, women wasn't gonna be shit, and they shouldn't have been put above the men. And he felt that he should have always had that throne over her. That's low key what he been wanting to do anyway, was kill her. Low key. The head was speaking to him, though. That was tripping me out. When he woke from the dream, his hands were bloody, which that kind of threw me for a second. I was wondering, did he really cut his hands on the swords? His sword wasn't in his bed with him, but his hand was bloodied, right? So I was like, yeah, you got blood on your hands, bro. It's pretty significant to what's been going on in your life. But a raven has come. So there's a message coming. I was like, hopefully that's a warning that Sir Cole is afoot and he can get this invisible army together. Because I'm like, where the hell are all these people's Ahern dog? While he been sleeping, and I mean literally speaking, Cole has been marching on and claiming villages left and right. He has gathered so many men that he has tripled his army at this point. Sir Simon, who's, the Lord of Herndal at the point, since Lord Larys is not there, is like, best believe he heads this way. He coming this way, right? It's been 2 days. It's only been 2 days. And Daemon has not raised an army yet. He hasn't even spoke to anybody to raise his army. So Simon let him know that if you do, and that's a if, not that you will, but if you do, these people are not going to be ready to fight. So he got to go talk to the paramount, right? Unfortunately, the paramount, the man in charge, is barely a teenager himself, a young Tully. Now Tully's dad is already dead, so the person that's over him, is it the Grover? I think it was. He really sick. He really incapacitated. In this day and age, the man probably dead. That's what they always said, they was still alive when they wasn't. But they say he incapacitated. So in essence, young Tully is supposed to be in charge, but he tell Daemon that they don't get down like that. As long as he is alive and breathing, he not finna make any decisions for him. But since he incapacitated, he can't make no decisions either. Daemon suggested he off his ass. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Oh, you kidding me? I love my granddaddy. I don't know what the heck you talking about." Okay, so Daemon said, "Well, if that's the case, then you are irrelevant to me. There's nothing that I could do with you." And I'm thinking, what he say to Simon? His men out here wilding out. The Brackens and the Blackwoods, because they ain't got no leader. They basically a fish without a head, and that's what the Tullys, they was the fish people. What up? I'm trying to remember all the doggone animals. I know we got the elks, the lions. The lions were the Lannisters, right? The Starks, the wolves. I think the Baratheons was the elks. So the Tullys are the fish people. Okay, anywho. And so he said, fine, since the Brackens and the Blackwoods fighting anyway, go ahead and set me up with the Blackwoods since they fight in our name. Now, Rhaenys, she heads down to the dock and introduces herself to Alan. She looking at him like, I know who you are, right? She all touching his face and everything. Usually a woman knows, this is my man's son, child. Look at this man's face. She all like, oh, your mama must have been cute, but I can see your daddy in you. I can see your daddy in you. I was like, wait till she see Milli Vanilli. He looked more like Aelin than he looked more like Corlys than Aelin does, right? But Corlys saw her talking to him, came down and confronted her, and she confronts him about not mentioning that he's the one that saved his life. She's like, I know who he is. Right? Corlys, you are the father. I told y'all, right? She said, you need to be a father, okay? And treat him with the respect of the kin of the blood that he actually has going through him. Okay, Corliss wasn't having it there. Corliss don't want nobody to know he got 2 bastard sons, but she ain't got time to argue about this for real because she needed that Dragonstone. Rhaenyra ass done took off again, and the crew is getting restless. And they about to run over Baelor and Jace, who are left behind to speak, for the castle. Girl, child, dude, bruh. Alicent is pregnant again by Sir Cole. I was like, Lord have mercy. Let me sip my water like I'm sipping some tea. She had the Grand Maester, who I call the Grand Wizard, come on in there and whip her up some tummy tea, child, right? So she could abort the proof. I was like, girl, you ain't got no young girl that you trying to get into. That's for you, okay? That's the same tea that Rhaenyra had to drink after her pops learned that she had been taken advantage of by her Uncle Daemon, okay? The Grand Wizard ain't stupid either. He knows for her too. That's why he was trying to help her cover her doggone tracks by offering her something that's gonna help calm her situation after the deed has been done, right? Anyway, at Dragonstone, Baelor and Jace, they in there downloading the whole council about what's going on with Cole's movement. And the council is like, why we not making moves? Okay, why we still sitting here twiddling our doggone thumbs? Oh, that's right. We ain't got no leader either because Rhaenyra gone again and don't nobody know where she gone to and why she gone. And they don't know, nobody know what the heck is going on with Daemon. We walking around here like chicken with our heads cut off. Okay, Rhaenys is like, I'm trying to hold down the fort. And now they challenging her. Like, who is you? You ain't nobody compared to the rest of us. It took Corliss to come in and check the whole room. Now, Rhaenys, to me, could not have been a queen either. Okay, they don't respect her at all. And she would have never garnered their respect because she would not have taken off heads because she's too busy trying to kumbaya fucking y'all. Now, anyway, I mean, she whole damn princess, right? She whole princess. But in their eyes, she's still lower than they are. Okay. Now, Cole, he is said to be taking cover in the trees and only moving by night. But he is outside, y'all. He outside in the bright daylight, kicking butt and taking names. And if I was these people that he coming up against, I would be asking, where is my queen? Where is Queen Rhaenyra? Okay, she want my loyalty, but she allowing us to be slaughtered village by village by village in her absence. They have no choice but to bow down. The ones who don't, see Cole taking their head off. Okay, so he gets a message from that sends him away from her and all. And he finna just conquer some more lands along the coast. Aegon, first Joanne, Alicent's brother, he like, what the fuck? But Aegon is also like, what the fuck? This is why I should have sent dragons, right? Because Daemon ass got her and all now. Really? Does he? Okay. But apparently her hall is dark and full of terrors. Y'all remember in Game of Thrones how the witch kept saying the night is dark and full of terrors. That's her and all. Dark and full of terrors, right? Larys let him know that Daemon gonna drive himself crazy being there, right? Aegon is like, why ain't nobody told me nothing? Why am I like in the absence of conversation that's going on here? Because Larys told him the people and the land are crippled, right? And I think he means spiritually and mentally. And they broke as fuck because he took everybody's gold. Okay, so that's what made me think about the gold, but I was like, nah, it ain't Larys. But that's must have been what Cole's note said, right? So apparently, Cole is going to head to Rook's Rest, where Lord Rustin, or his people, is at. And Lord Rustin, he's part of Queen Rhaenyra's council. So that makes his people easy prey because their leader ain't around at all. They gonna get defeated easily. And when they do that, it's gonna landlock Dragonstone. So basically, yeah, okay. So Aegon is like, no, that ain't what I want to do. I want to take her and all. Tell him to go back. Ain't nobody listening to you, boo. Ain't nobody listening to you. You don't get that shit. You don't get it yet. Your granddaddy already told you you ain't really the king, okay? You just a puppet. Just like he said. Just like he implied, you a puppet, right? So he like, oh, so my brother and Cole have been plotting together behind my back the same way you and Cole was plotting behind your mama back. Yes, sir. The same way you and Cole was plotting behind Lord Hightower back. Now Cole is plotting with your brother against you. Don't you get it now? You just a puppet, baby. You just a puppet. Well, Aemon speaks to him in High Valyrian, basically to let him know, let the grown men fight it out. You got better things to do, like going to fuck around with your damn Kingsguard, okay? Like it's recess outside. Go play with playthings, okay? I mean, at least he did say it in High Valyrian when nobody else understood. But as a king, nah, Aegon, you not finna tell me what the fuck to do. That's what I would have said, you know what I'm saying? But Aegon went ahead and conceded to his brother. I think he realized that he getting played by everybody. That's what turns him crazy, right? Aegon was looking like, it may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but I'm gonna fuck y'all up, okay? Unlike Joffrey, King Joffrey, who was born and bred an asshole, they are turning Aegon into one. And even though I'm Team Black, I am Team Aegon when it comes to his family. When he up against them, I'm all for Team Aegon, y'all. I know he was considered to be the unlucky one. He was the rebel, the one who could never do shit right. But the way his family treats him, I'm on his side. But speaking of his family, child, his mama in there going through it. She done drank the little tummy tea, and Larys come in and see the little cup on the counter, and he basically wanted to find out why she wasn't at the doggone council, but he learned her little secret right then and there. He's like, I know it's Coles. He said that in so many words. I know it's Coles, and I know you worried about your boo. He out there all out in the open, exposed to the dragons, and she trying to play it off like he ain't mine. He the Kingsguard, and we should all pray for his victories. Yeah, girl. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. All right, y'all, down in the comment section, y'all let me know where that line came from. What movie You Ain't Got to Lie, Craig came from. And you're going to get a mystery box from the Emoji Vault this time. Last week's episode, the answers to the question was the movie John Q and the movie Diary of a Mad Black Woman. And if you knew the actress, it was Kimberly Elise. So we got 3 people last week who was able to get the answer to that. Damn, I forgot to write down the names of the people who got it. I know. Shoot. I'm gonna have to put them in the next video. But you will see down in the comment section, they getting their little prizes from the Emoji Vault. This week's is gonna be a mystery box. Basically, when you open up your mystery box, that prize is whatever you want it to be, child. I'm telling you. So if you know what movie You Ain't Got to Lie, Craig came from, drop it down in the comment section. But anyway, as I was saying, Larys was basically telling Alicent, you ain't got to lie, girl. And then while we talking about it, let's talk about whether or not you believe that Rhaenyra is the one who should have the crown for real. Let's talk about that, right? Okay? You up here reading up about history. Only thing we know for sure is that history shows us that people were never going to support her. Never going to support. The realm would have reacted out against her if she did have the crown. And Alicent is like, it's whatever, okay? People gonna believe what they want to believe. All I know is right now it's gonna be war, okay? Some will live, many will die, and a victor will rise to the throne. And no matter what Viserys wanted, those intentions died with him. They died with him. And Larys is like, okay, you sure right. They sure did. Letting me know that he knew what the real truth was. Okay. Now, Daemon, he over at her and all, like I said, battling with his own shadows through the night. In this particular case, Daemon. Okay. Who I've always said acted like him. They look alike to us, right? But this is why, ooh. Sorry. Oh my God. This is why I can't stand either one of them, child. Oh, they act so much alike. He goes into another room where we seen the chick. Okay, the only chick that we've seen in this castle. She in there brewing up potions and stuff. And first she implies that he's there to impregnate her. I don't know what's up with all the witches on this show. They trying to get impregnated and then burst some fucking evil or some shit, whatever. But then she basically read him for filth. She explained or stated to him all his reasons that he up here quarreling with Rhaenyra, this, that, and the third. The army he trying to build. And so by him being back there, he's being tortured of Rhaenyra being the heir instead of him. She talks about that. And then she gave him some wicked ass potion to drink. Now, this woman has already said that he's gonna die there, right? I would not drink a damn thing that she put into my hand. Nothing at all. But, you know, he does. And then he's transported into the actual council room. He don't even know how he got there, who he talking to, nor why his dead wife, Laena, is walking around serving tea. Okay? And when I saw Laena, I said, Aemon is going to pop up with that dragon. Something's going to happen with his dragon, Vhagar. Because Vhagar used to be Laena's dragon. If y'all, god damn, I keep moving. I am trying not to cry, I swear for God. So, like, I'm gonna show y'all this right here, right now. That's the distance I get my head to the right. That's it to the left. That's it. So, anyway, child. Baby Alicent, she ain't shit as a parent. She is not shit as a parent. So, Aegon is in there throwing a little internal temper tantrum because his councils, they are plotting right there in front of his face, behind his back, singing praises to Cole, singing praises to Aemon, and basically disregarding him like he a dirty dish rag, right? So he say fuck it and get up and leave out the room. Now when he does this, they continue on like he wasn't even there, okay? And he runs right into his mama, who basically tell him that he ain't shit. He ain't gonna never be shit, and he ain't never earned shit, you know. Oh, I just thought of another movie. You ain't shit. You ain't gonna never be shit. You ain't never was shit. You ain't never be shit, cause I ain't shit. What movie did that come from? If y'all tell me what movie that came from, I would not only give y'all well, the first prize is a mystery box, bam, you know what I'm saying? The second prize, if y'all could tell me what movie that line came, you ain't shit. You ain't gonna never be shit, never was shit, cause I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? If you know where that line came from, then I'm gonna give y'all a little shopping spree. Some emojis from a shopping spree, right? I'm saying whatever y'all want gonna be in them bags as well. So we got the mystery box and we got some shopping spree bags that y'all get if y'all can guess those from 2 movies or 1 or 2 or whatever. And it don't matter who say it first. Everybody can get a gift around here. I'm saying our emoji vault is full. Okay, so anywho, where was I at? Alicent basically tell Aegon that he ain't shit, ain't gonna be shit, ain't even earned shit that he has, like, and he needs to do exactly what ain't shit people do, which is nothing except sit back and follow orders of those who know how to run shit, okay? Who know how to do the damn thing. He like, hold up, you better mind your tongue. I am the king. She said, boy, bye. Okay, you what we let you think you are, okay, but you are not a king. So sit down and be quiet like forever. That's what she tell him, right? So over Dragonstone, Jace, he like, oh, we need to go ride on them. Okay, once they learned about what's going on with Cole has now taken another faction of land and is marching forward in the daylight to the next one. He has grown bold and figures they won't be expecting him anyway. Rhaenyra finally returns like what we seen in Dragons 4. Jace tell her the same thing I said. Where your ass been? Okay, the houses that's out here pledging fealty to you, they out here dying because we not protecting them. Okay, Cole done snatched them all. killed all the holdouts, and his army is growing with the traitors. While nobody can find you, mama. Nobody, right? And I was like, what the heck is she off doing? We've been in the weirwood trees. What is she doing? Right? People out here dying, and she ain't even returned from visiting Allison. Plus Damon, we don't even know what the heck he doing over in her and all. Well, we know, but they don't know, because ain't no Ravens came back. He ain't sent no messages. She ain't sent no words. And Jason's manning up like, what the heck were you, ma'am? Where were you? She been gone for days. Cole has marched on several lands since. She couldn't even fly back the next day with a damn dragon. Jace is like, you could have been killed, and for what? Peace that ended a long time ago? Peace that ain't been restored? But she know better now. You know, she know the truth now. All this time, you didn't know nothing of what was going on, though. It's ravens flying to and fro. Lands are being conquered. Everybody in King's Landing know what's going on. Everybody over at Harrenhal know what's going on. Everybody back here at Dragonstone know what's going on. But the queen is clueless. Rhaenyra is pissing me off right now, right? And she like, you know what? Now I know what I need to do. Fight or die. Well, we been said that. Jay say we been ready. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Cole ass is only hours away from his next victory. Okay. And she baffled, like, why he going her? Jace is insistent on sending that dragon. Rhaenyra say, there are those who take my kindness for weakness. Poetry, I'm talking to you, because I'm one of them people. But please believe that I'm about that life, okay? And I've been saying time and time again, when you gonna show us? Girl, I'm from the show me state. Okay, you gonna have to show and prove to me, because all I've seen so far is hesitation, and it's getting on my doggone nerves, okay? So Jason's like, let's go then. Let's roll. Put me in, coach. But no, she's not going to do that. And it's like I said at first, and I think a couple other people said this too. She is trying not to put her children in harm's way. She don't trust that he's ready to go into battle. And that's the truth behind why she put Baela on the damn patrol. Okay? And not him. Rhaenyra said that she going to go instead, because Jace ain't ready for this life, right? He lacked the experience. But he only gonna get the experience if he's actually doing something. He can't get experience without trying. Anywho, Rhaenys said she volunteered. She got the biggest dragon in the land. Okay. She got the next biggest dragon. That's what she says. And the know-how to do the job, because Aemon has the biggest dragon. So it takes me back to the title. It's going to be Vhagar, the red dragon, against hers to go. Wait a minute. That ain't right. Okay. She going to die. I figured this already. She going to die. Only because, if I'm not mistaken, this is the war, the battle that Joffrey was telling Marjorie about in the Game of Thrones. So we already had that spoiler there, you know what I'm saying? Just like we already know that the Targaryens are going to take each other out, which is part of the Daenerys story in the house Game of Thrones. So when Joffrey took Marjorie down in the crypt and he was explaining to her about the battle, he said that Aegon took out Rhaenys, okay, and buried her ashes or something like that, you know, in the ground or whatever. I forgot what he said he did it. But I could have sworn he said Aegon. He did say Aegon. He didn't say Aemon. So it's not Vhagar. Wait a minute. The golden dragon is Aegon's dragon. Sunfire. Now I'm confused. Aegon has Sunfire. Rhaenys has the red dragon. Meleys is a red dragon, right? Vhagar, ain't he red too? No, Vhagar is a black dragon. Vhagar is a black dragon. Rhaenys is dragon. Meleys is red. And Rhaenyra's dragon, Caraxes, is also kind of reddish. Okay, so this battle is going to be where Aegon and Rhaenys battle. And Rhaenys gets defeated. Yeah, so she dying. Okay. Aegon is about to go to war to prove to everybody that he deserves to be king. That's basically it. Okay, so what we see next, Aegon, drunk, depressed, drinking. That's the same as drunk. He said he gonna show them, right? So he readies himself, puts on his armor while sipping his liquid courage. And honestly, I'm not mad at him. I really ain't. They pulling his punk card, they forcing his hand, and he now has to prove to himself, he has to prove to them that he deserves to be king. His days of being a puppet is over. Jace, he want to fight too. He busted into Rhaenyra's room like, let me prove it to you, right? I'm ready to fight. I want to fight in your name. Both mothers are denying their sons, but in very different ways. Rhaenyra is denying her son the opportunity to fight because she wants her son to live. Okay, she love his life, right? She respect her kids. Alicent, she's denying her son the right to be king because she needed a puppet and she wanted to rule through him. Okay, Rhaenyra tells Jace the story of the Song of Fire and Ice, one in which Aegon the Conqueror ruled. He's basically Aegon the First, even though Aegon the Usurper is named after him. He's not the second. Rhaenyra named her son Aegon the Second. It's confusing, I know. Anyway, Aegon, I'm gonna call him Aegon the Usurper so we can understand. He believed that he was supposed to be the king as well, due to what his mama said, right? His mother's idiocy. Little did he know the true meaning of the story. Rhaenyra is now telling it to Jace. Alicent never got the full story because Viserys died while he was telling the story. But anyway, Cole marches 1,500 men to Red Rook. Rhaenys is spotted bringing in the dragon, and Gwen is like, Cole, you gonna get us killed, fool. You gonna get us killed. But apparently, Cole already had a backup plan for this. He sounded the horn, and out the thickets rose Vhagar, with Daemon sitting on his back. But as soon as he got up in the sky, there's a bird, there's a plane, there's Aegon with Sunfire and his flames, okay? This pissed Daemon off. Like, how the fuck he gonna come in here and show me up? Daemon needs to be the hero of the story. Now, Meleys, Rhaenys' dragon, is she out there having a barbecue with Cole's men, right? And Gwen sees Sunfire, which is Aegon's dragon, and like, who the fuck is that, right? And they realize that it's the king. The king has come to fight. And they like, what the fuck you mean it's the king? Can you tell Cole, I know this wasn't your plan. You gonna put the kings in harm's way? And now that I know how the fight gonna end anyway, just from watching the Games of Thrones, I'm not shocked about what's about to happen. First of all, I thought Rhaenys should have laid waste to them when they first usurped the throne anyway. There has been some changes from the book to the TV show, so I wanted Rhaenys to lay waste to their ass back then, but she didn't. Then secondly, she is one of the main reasons that Rhaenyra has not acted, because she kept advising her to wait. So whatever happens in this fight is her fucking destiny. That's how I feel about her right now. I mean, I prefer for a win for Team Black. We ain't had many of those, but that would be too much like right, okay? But in the end, what I want to have happen is Aegon to be putting his whole command in check, including his plan B drinking ass mama. That's what I want Aegon to do. So anyway, now we got Cole like we gotta fight. We gotta fight because he's this rousing speech to the men like your king is in the battlefield, so we gotta fight for him, and we gotta most of all protect him. So he looks in the skyward like, where you at, Aemon? Where you at? Aemon is sitting back. He gonna watch to see his brother fall. That's what he gonna do. He hope his brother fall and swoop in last minute, try to save the day. That's what I'm thinking. That's his plan. But remember, Aegon was called Aegon the Unlucky before. I said that earlier, before he was called Aegon the Usurper. So Aemon does not expect his brother to win. Aegon came through with the Dracarys, baby, causing Rhaenys to fly directly into a burst of flames. But remember, true blood, true born Targaryens are not supposed to die in fire. So I wasn't worried about her dying in fire. Aegon looked like, which way did she go? Okay, he didn't see her, only to be upended by Meleys. Meleys came in from behind, but underneath, right? Meleys tore through some fire ass, y'all. Tore through his soul. And Aegon began to fall from the sky, just slowly falling, right? Now, cold men is on the ground fighting their ass off. The red rook men is standing up there in total fucking amazement instead of helping in the goddamn battle. Then out from the east, here comes Vhagar, rose from the forest, flames cocked and ready to go, baby. I'm saying. So the men tell the Lord, you may want to take cover, but it might be a little too late for that. But Vhagar didn't go to them. Because even cold, they men stopped fighting, looking up like, what the fuck is Vhagar doing? Vhagar flew over the fight and went straight towards Meleys and Sunfire. First, Cole breathed his biggest sigh of relief. Then he realized what was going on. Sunfire was up there getting his ass whooped, okay? Because remember, Meleys' dragon is bigger, right? And Aemon decides to go at them. And when I say at them, I mean they're not only at Rhaenys and Meleys, but his brother and Sunfire too. At first, Aegon was like, thank God, when he saw that Daemon was coming. And then he realized Daemon was there to kill him too. Aemon was there to kill him too, right? Aemon Dracarys right in his brother's face, and Sunfire was set ablaze. And again, Aegon fell to the ground. Rhaenys flew off, and after Aemon and Vhagar, right? Now, I know Meleys was supposed to be the next largest dragon, but Vhagar bodied her in size, right? Rhaenys was caught up in the fire. Cole was headed to where Aegon fell. Meleys was able to down Vhagar, making him crush many of Cole's men, but he didn't die, okay? What he did, you know how people, when they trip and they going so fast they can't stop themselves, that's basically what Vhagar was doing. He was moving so fast that he couldn't catch his footing. So Vhagar was crushing anybody that was under his feet. They all got the business. So Meleys flew off, right? Rhaenys looking injured, but she was still atop her dragon. She had just put on her seatbelt and everything. And Meleys was grunting and growling. And I'm thinking Rhaenys is about to be a goner. I thought she was dying up on that damn dragon's back and she didn't look too well. But she flew over the land one last swoop to see if there was anybody else she needed to take out. And out of nowhere came Vhagar. Went straight for Meleys' neck. Jumped me out of my god doggone skin, child. Right then, I knew it was over. Rhaenys didn't even scream. She just fell to her death, surrounded by fire. The fall is what killed her. And Aemon sat up on Vhagar, looking mighty pleased with himself, smirking back at the crowd and everything. Cole was down on the ground, all battered and bruised, but he survived and shit. He lost many men, but with Rhaenys dead, Gwyne was able to lead the men right into the breach walls and take Red Rook, right? Cole, like I said, he set forth towards the woods to try to find the fallen king and finds Aemon next to Sunfire's body. And who was next to Sunfire? Aegon. Now, I don't know if Aegon did, because of what I know of the story, he didn't die in that particular fight. He died fighting against Baelor. And he got injured or some shit. And something else, he didn't die in that fight, but he died as a result of that fight because some other shit happened. But it wasn't in this particular fight. But the way he fell with Sunfire is kind of explanatory of how he supposedly died years later. But I don't think he did. I don't know. Only thing that makes me think that he may be dead is because I accidentally saw the next week's clips. I normally don't watch them because I don't want to be spoiled, but they were all sitting at the round table when Aemon was in charge, right? Aemon has now killed his brother, the king, and his aunt, the queen that never was. But that was the plan anyway, to get Aemon in his seat, okay? And they gonna have to spin a story some kind of way. Either if he dead for real, Alicent is not gonna let them go down thinking her son was a punk, so they gonna say that he's the one that killed Rhaenys. He died in the fiery battle, what have you. But if he's still alive, I just got to see what they're going to do with this story. I want to see how they're going to spin it. Y'all let me know what y'all think, if y'all think he did or not. I mean, they showed his body laying next to the dragon, but that don't mean he did. Because am I going to say it? In this particular battle, he was supposed to be burned really badly and suffered a injury that crippled him. That's what was supposed to happen. So we gonna see if they rewrote the story, because they, like I say, they do rewrite the history just a tad bit. They do rewrite it just a little bit for TV. So it's possible they could be killing his ass off. It's possible. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being patient. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll get back to the House of Dragons after Sunday's episode. We're going to get a new one. I don't know when I'm going to put it up. I told y'all I go back to work Saturday. And things for me are a lot different than they was. So I'm not going to be able to move as quick as I could, which is going to make my days longer than they need to be. Plus, I'm still suffering from pain, and I don't know how I gotta go back to work, y'all. Y'all will hear about it, because I'm gonna do I guess it'll be a traveling talk. I think I may do a traveling talk very soon, so y'all can be caught up on everything that's been going on in my life. Thank y'all for being here. Hit that super thanks if you want to donate to the channel. Peace.